Welcome to your doTERRA business overview. My name is Raider Carlson, and the reason you're watching this is because you're curious about the business side of doTERRA. And let me tell you, you will not be disappointed. There's a lot of different direct sales companies out there, and this is not one of like the normal ones. And I know this because my wife and I are no strangers to business. We actually own a 5,000 square foot gym for ladies in Northeast Ohio. It's our second successful business, and we're opening a lot more around the community. But I wanted to find another business that I could bring alongside in order to really hopefully add to the income I'm already getting, or perhaps replace it, or perhaps really do what I love. And doTERRA is one of those businesses that you can actually do that. And so, but first I want to ask you, what are you doing? Are you hauling buckets? Hauling buckets means you're trading hours for dollars. So it's the premise that you are like a village wants water, and so they hire somebody to go and take water from the stream and bring it back to the village, and they don't have any running water. So this is what this guy does in and out. Okay. But what that does is it limits his advancements in earnings. So he can only make as much as the time of the day to do that, and obviously he can't do it very long, or he can't, go very many trips because it's exhausting. The stream is a long ways away. And so you can maybe go twice, maybe three times during the day before your feet start hurting, before your back starts hurting, and all that. So in this limited time on your freedom. So let's say he wants to take a day off, and he doesn't get paid for that day. And so you're limited to the amount of hours you work. Okay. And then also you're building other people's dreams. So for instance, the guy who goes every day and builds that and brings that water, and he's actually making money for the person who employed him to do that, which might be the mayor. Okay. So, or are you building a pipeline? So this is somebody, instead of using buckets, he actually starts to build the pipeline from the stream to the village. Now, that's a lot harder to do. It takes a lot more time. But once that it's finally finished, all they have to do is turn on the faucet, and then he gets paid, regardless, residual income. So, and there's no limits to how much money he can make as long as that water spigot is on. He can make while he's sleeping. And also the freedom to choose your own schedule. So now that he's making money on this pipeline, he can do whatever he wants. And then he's building his dream. So the money is coming in, and he can use it to finance his own dreams of what actually fills him in his life. So why partner with doTERRA? I'm sure there's a lot of businesses out there, but let me tell you, or probably a lot of essential oil business out there that you've heard. Okay, but doTERRA is by far the most tested and the most trusted. Before doTERRA came on the scene, there was no standard for the grade level of essential oils. So they created their own, as you probably have heard, the certified pure therapeutic grade, which means it is so pure you can actually take it internally. Now, all these other oils, they have fillers, pesticides, and all this other stuff. So they are not pure. And so obviously the more pure, the more potent, and the more effective. But that's all well and good. But if I'm going to get into business with a company, I want to know especially a direct sales company, I want to know what the retention rate is. Because most direct sales companies, the retention rate is only 8 to 17%. Meaning if I were to buy, or if I were to get $100 from anything in my checking account, the next month I would have to make up 92% of the money, of 92% of that money that I made. So 92% of my customers drop off, on average in most direct sales companies. That's crazy. Why would I want to put money in a pocket full of holes? But doTERRA's retention rate is unheard of. 65% stay with the company month over month from the company's inception, but on the last 3-month averages, they're more like 80 to 85%. Now, that's the kind of company that I want to work for. or work with to, for the passive income, because you know that people are actually buying this product month over month. Now, the difference is that most direct sales companies lead with the business opportunity. Like, they can sell anything like snake oil or, whatever, you name it. But the business isn't about the benefit of the product, but but it depends on the opportunity, and that's what they sell. They sell the opportunity. But doTERRA leads with the products, and they sell regardless of the opportunity. So I had a lady who bought something from me, and then she didn't buy again for 9 months. But then but after 9 months, not only did she make a huge order, but then she decided to, build her own doTERRA business. And so I didn't even have a say in it at all. And so because it worked so well with her, she wanted to share the wellness lifestyle. And that's the reason we got in this business. We want to help people. And the more people you help, the more you get helped. So it's a win-win. doTERRA's growth over the last 7 years mirrors that of Apple. That's crazy. You might think that, well, if you did not get in it from the beginning, then there's no point. But let me tell you, right now, doTERRA is still in the growth phase. There's a lot of people who have heard about essential oils, but they don't really know what they are. And in my experience, every time I've actually shown people these oils, they have, it's a pretty, great conversion rate from prospect into an actual a wholesale customer. So that's amazing. And also, we're changing the world. So over 100 essential oils are sourced from more than 40 nations, and only about 84% of all of doTERRA's oils are exclusive only to doTERRA. Plus, they actually build pipelines, literal pipelines, in these countries, and they improve the quality of life of the farmers who are harvesting these oils. And the oils are actually harvested in climate and elevation that is the natural habitat for these plants that are extracting these oils. So it's not like they're coming from a greenhouse from the States like a lot of essential oil companies do, because if you don't have the right soil, the right climate, or the right elevation, it could really affect the oils. But also, a lot of other companies, they use what's called an oil broker, which will actually be the intermediary between the farmer and the tester, and they'll take the oils to a test site far away, and then they'll come back and say, your oils were only 10% pure, so we're only going to give you 10% of the cash that we had promised you. Well, doTERRA actually tests all their oils on site, and it's about a 4-hour process, and they actually, they pay the farmers directly at the time of testing, which is amazing. So we're definitely changing a lot of lives. And there's a lot more information on this. This is a brief overview. Now, our compensation plan is one of the most generous because it does create the lasting residual income, but it is involved or revolved around a synergistic partnership between everyone in the organization. So, and the money is a product of everybody working together. So as most direct sales companies, there is a progression, okay? But, and I'm not gonna go too much into this, just to know that there is an amazing progression. And there's 4 ways that people can get paid. And those 4 ways are through a fast start bonus, this thing called the Power of 3, the unilevel bonus, and the leadership bonus, okay? And honestly, these bonuses, these ranks are, because we're all working together, they happen a lot faster than a lot of different companies, and I'll show you how. So this is one of the bonuses, is Power of 3. Now the unilevel bonus is basically in terms of the levels. So for instance, you are at the top, then let's say you find, 3 friends that are in your first level. So most companies, well, then obviously the 3 friends find 3 more, or you place, a couple under a couple others. And so the whole premise is the first level, you get 2% back on what they buy. The second level is 3% back, and then but the seventh level is 7% back. So in most companies, this is switched. So you get most of a percentage towards the top where there is where there's the least amount of people, and then you get the least amount of percentage at the bottom where there's the most amount of people. Well, that's the difference of about $20,000 in, than what you would be making, okay, with doTERRA. So with doTERRA, it is actually switched around, which is totally generous. And the other bonuses have to do with the fast starts, meaning when somebody comes into your organization, if they buy more products within the first 60 days, and they normally do, you actually get a percentage off of that, and the people above you get a lesser one as well. And then there's also the leadership bonuses that once you get into a leadership position, which means the higher ranks, you start getting an overall bonus from the overall company's profits, which is amazing. So there's many different ways. But it all has to do with your needs. What do you want? What would make the biggest impact in your life? Okay, I mean, honestly, this business isn't, I mean, any business isn't fun for the person who's solely at the top. So I'm only creating value for myself when I create value for others. The more you give people what they want, the more you'll get what you want. Okay, but what about you? Do you want to earn more, and get debt free and have a general savings account and financial freedom and be able to give charitably? Now, what's great about this business is you can do this while you're working in the thought that you will replace your income. Or do you want to try to work smarter? I mean, do you want to have some time freedom? You want to spend time building your dreams? I mean, in this business too, we give you the chance and the plan to self-improve so you can get better, but also we'll actually help with financial planning and preparedness. So is this what you want? And also, would you like to do what you love, which is travel more, go to get more college without the high loans? Would you like to serve more? Like, would you like to go on mission trips, or like to join the Peace Corps without the thought of where your finances will come from? And would you like to spend more time with your family instead of when you get older and dare say, you get so sick you can't work, and then that's the only time you can spend time with your family? Have you seen that a lot of Americans are working a lot longer? Do you think it's because they want to, or because they don't have anything saved up or anything coming in? No, they have to go and work. But this is how you do it. So if you spend 3 to 5 hours a week, you can get elite, which is that first. Well, there's more. There's other ranks that were less than that, but you can get elite in 2 to 3 months, which actually will pay for your products. Okay, and Premier in 6 months, and then you personally enroll a few customers a month. Now, personally enroll a few, meaning that there are people that are alongside of you that are enrolling people under you, while you're doing this. So the more you put into it, the more we put into you. And so let me tell you, I just had a builder start about 3 weeks ago, and because she was willing to do as much as she could, we actually placed 14 customers underneath her, and she is going to get elite within a month and a half. So, I mean, she is on the fast track. And that's what we do with everybody who joins our team. Or would you like to supplement your income, which is 10 to 15 hours a week, and you can get elite in 1 to 2 months, silver in 6 to 9 months, or gold in 1 to 2 years? Or would you like to be financially free and have an impact and replace your income? And all it takes is 15 to 30 hours a week, and that you get elite in a month, silver in 2 to 3, and diamond in 1 to 3 years. Let me tell you, I've seen people do the diamond in a year. Okay, it is possible. But that is just because of the people around you. What's great about our system is that we have classes all over this area. And so all you have to do is just share doTERRA and bring somebody to someplace and basically then let somebody else do the talking for you. Okay, I wouldn't do this business if I was doing it by myself. But there's only 3 simple steps. And the first is to use doTERRA. Are you using it right now? Are you using it in your daily life? If you're not using it, how can you talk about it? how can you show that it was working for you? I mean, there's plenty of people where this does work for them. So what has worked for you? And then share the product with other people. And then not to push it on them, but if somebody, I mean, if you talk to people, you can see what's important in their lives. And most times it'll be like, they're tired, or they have a headache, or they, or their feet hurt. I mean, doTERRA has a oil for anything. And, so share it that direction, bring something to someone that could really help them, and they'll see the impact that it made. And then teach others to do the same. So that's pretty easy. And then this is how we do it. It's through pipes. We hire the guides. So doTERRA has created many different guides that helps out the business builder to be able to share this product effectively. So for instance, in preparing, we have this thing called the Healthy Can Be Simple guide, where we invite people, okay? And then inviting, what we do in presenting, we actually have this thing called the Natural Solutions Handout Guide, which gives them an overview of what essential oils are. So you don't have to recreate any of this. Now, when you enroll people, you also bring them through the lifestyle overview. You teach them how to share this with others. And then if they would like to become a business builder, there's a guide for that as well. So you don't have to reinvent the wheel. So like I said, I would never do this business if I had to come up with all this stuff myself. And then when they are ready to launch their business, you can support them. Or if somebody decides to enroll and become just a wholesale customer, you can support them as well by doing the lifestyle overview with them, using the Live Guide, which will show them how to use their oils and how to get them plugged into different meetings around the community to learn more. So this is how you get started. First off, if you're not enrolled, you get enrolled. You complete a lifestyle overview with either the person that brought you in or someone in your upline, and use your products, okay, by implementing your daily wellness plan. So every Live Guide has a wellness plan in the back, and the person that enrolled you should have gone over that with you. But if not, we can talk about that, or you can talk to the person who showed you this video. Okay. Then we share it. If it really worked for you, it's going to work for others. So who are people that who could really benefit from this? Okay, get them a share guide, or look at the share guide and get oils in their hands. Start make a class where somebody could come in and present for you if you are not comfortable to present yourself. And so talk with the person who gave you this video and learn how to schedule and host presentations. Then also launch. Choose your pace. Do you want to be an elite in 60 days, which is the target, 90 days, which is the average, or 30 days, which is outrageous, but it's doable. But that's what this whole business is about elites, about becoming an elite and then teaching others how to do that as well and helping them get there. So the person that brought you in can show you more about this. And the whole gist of it is, who do you want to bless? Who do you want to bless? Somebody blessed you, or somebody blessed me with this business, and not only that, somebody blessed the person that got me, in this business. Blessed them with this business. So, and honestly, it has impacted us huge. And I know that this will bless you. If you have any questions, please let us know, or let the person that brought you in know. And have a blessed day.